Hi and welcome to AFTV News Daily. Tonight's top stories are... I can't take myself serious. No, for real, we've got a lot of stories today. It's just me, as you can see. We haven't got Turkish. We haven't got James B. We haven't got Robbie. I'm holding the fort down. Actually, as I'm holding the fort, I might as well get comfy. So, tonight's top stories. Arsenal staff have been given a pay rise. The new set-piece coach has been appointed at Arsenal. James will love that. We're going to get into that today. We've also got a Mill Smith Rowe backlash from Villa supporters for not signing for them. Your third kit thoughts at Arsenal and money boost for the Gunners. Right, let me take the feet off the table because I know Robbie's going to start ringing me and cussing me. And I don't want that. I love my job. Right, let's go into this. Hello, everyone. Welcome. It's Friday. I'm here. We're living good. Hope you're well. Hope everything's blessed. This is a different style of news show. It's going to be me talking a lot. I actually want to get you guys' thoughts as well on... We're going to do some questions later on in the show about how you think this preseason's been so far, how you think the transfer window's been so far, and where do you think we're going to place. But we're going to get to that later on in the show. Please keep your comments in and rolling because it's going to be a very interactive show. I haven't got anyone to bounce off today. So it's all with you guys, which is what I actually love the most, if I'm honest. Right, let's get into the first news today. Big up James B. He's the one that sent me this. There's a fan on. That's really annoying. Sorry. Can someone sort that fan out? That's going to distract me. All right, anyway, here we go. Arsenal, this is from Charles Watts on Twitter today. Hold on, let me just keep these comments because we're going to have to do this. Arsenal have given all staff who are eligible for a pay review a 3% pay rise in recognition of their efforts to help keep things running over the past 18 months. Now, this one intrigued me because a troll, shall we say, responded to this on Twitter and said, what, because they achieved 8th position? And Charles Watts, fair play to him, responded saying, yes, because everyone who works behind the scenes is clearly responsible for that. Fair play to him coming back to it, but that is the news of the day that the pay rise has been given to 3% pay rise has been given to the staff at Arsenal. And I just wanted to say, Robbie, yeah, you know, Arsenal kind of, we do what Arsenal do, yeah, we kind of relate to them. So they're getting a pay rise. Don't ask, obviously, if you're thinking about, you know, a little pay rise for us and James and Turkish, yeah, you know, if Arsenal doing it, we follow suit, innit? So yeah, anyway, let's get back to the news. I had to answer my way. Let me just take some comments on that. How are we feeling about the pay rise at first? For the Arsenal team, the backroom staff been given a pay rise. Yes, it hasn't been a great season. It's actually intrigued me that they're going to give a pay rise, considering the Cronkies I thought were tight as hell. The money's obviously coming from the top, so it's good that they've got budget to give people pay rises. Obviously, after sacking Gunnosaurus as well in last season, this thing's doing a madness. After sacking Gunnosaurus when COVID first hit, it's quite interesting to hear that they'd be doing a pay rise to the staff. So they've got the money, all well and good. Big up everyone at Arsenal in the back room. Big up for you guys getting a pay rise. But now let's get some players in as well, please. Thank you very much. Right, let me see what the comments are saying. Militao come sign for us as AP_TJ. Thanks. On that, football comparisons. Today, on the way to the studio, right? I was just on my scooter, my electric scooter, just flying past. Some kid comes up to me. Well, not comes up to me. He's in a group with his... They're young. And he was like, you look like Jordan Sancho. And I was like, yes, I do. Thanks, mate. Great. He just signed for Man United, right? He was like, yeah. And I was like, Jordan Sancho. Jordan. Oh, the young generation. But hey, the only thing is, I'm not a footballer anymore. It's a shame I get compared to so many, but, you know, don't look like Jadon Sancho in my opinion. Don't look like Militao, but, you know, it is what it is. Okay, more to come, I would say. Thank goodness. Turkish. I don't want to say that. Someone says, football champ Cecil, big up. What else we got? Don Cecil, thank you very much. Cecil, man said Jordan. I know, Jordan Sancho, you know, not even Jadon. Man said Jordan Sancho. Mad. Cool, keep doing the paper thing. That will never get old. I like it. Trident says, yeah, keep doing the paper thing. That will never get old. Big up, because the people here hate it at the studio, but, you know, it is what it is. I'm going to continue to do it. Martin says, I'm worried about Cecil on his own. Don't worry about me, G. I'm good. Man's good. I got you lot anyway. Got you lot in the comments. Right, let's move on to the next bit of news we've got here. So we're going to talk about, here we go, new set piece coach at Arsenal. Now, James is going to be over the moon for this because he's been talking about the set pieces, and obviously we got rid of our previous one, but now we have a new one. I'm going to read you the statement here. If I can quickly pull it up, it'll be nice. Here we go. So, Arsenal brought in a new set-piece coach. His name goes by the name Nicholas Jover, formerly of Manchester City, to replace their departing set-piece coach, Andreas Georgsson. Smash the names there. Pow. He also there's also said that Jover is well known to Mikel Arteta. Having worked with him at City, he is someone whose expertise is incredibly useful and valuable for us, said the Spaniard. Interesting. Everyone happy with that? We're happy with the new set-piece coach. For me, I am over the moon because I've been watching the pre-season games and the set-pieces have been abysmal. I think we need someone to come in and basically revamp it. We've got new ideas. I think currently we're doing half zonal, half man marking when it comes to corners. Last season, was it a success? I think in patches, yes, we were the third best defence in the league last season, but we still leaked goals, and I think where we are weak are set pieces. So it's good to have a new person in. It's very different to when I was playing. We never had a set piece coach. I think it's a very new thing as well. In that article that I just read, I don't know where it's from, I think it's from Sky Sports, they were speaking about how much of a new addition this is, having set piece coaches. I never had it. We just had our coach say, this is where you're going to be standing on the corners. This is where you're going to be marking on free kicks here. The classic, that classic old traditional way. We never had actual set piece dedicated coaches. So it's nice to see that we've got someone new in. Hopefully it works. I think it's just they do everything. So I think, and alongside not just corners, they also do like free kicks. Nowadays you can have a wall in front of a wall. Apparently there's a style of play that helps you score those sort of goals. Apparently, they did a lot of research on the Damsgaard goal. A lot of research on Damsgaard goal. The players that stood in front of the wall were a guide for Damsgaard to shoot over and hit in the top corner. So there is clearly method to the madness. But for me, I am not. I've never had set piece coaches, but big up to them. And hopefully that will improve Arsenal set pieces. Right, I've got a super chat here from Ryan. Who did you play for, Cecil? I played for Crawley Town from the ages of 16 to 18. There is a documentary on it. I think a lot of people always say, he doesn't know what he's talking about, and who's it round. He doesn't know what he's talking about, he's never played the game. Go watch the documentary. It's on AFTV. It's also on my channel as well, if you want to kind of get to know more of where I've played and what I've done. I'm not going to talk, it's not going to be the show about this today at all, but I was at Palace as a kid from 15, got released. Went to Crawley. After Crawley, I went to Nottingham Forest and then returned back to Crawley Town as well. So, been in the game, and now I work with young professional footballers all across the EFL. Still involved heavily in the young talent and the players coming through. Had a successful career, many would say. Some may not, though. I didn't make it to the Premier League. So, whatever you think is success, but for me, I lived my dream, and now we are here living another dream. Perfect. So let's move on to the next set of news. We've moved on from the set piece coach, and we'll be looking out for that in our next pre-season game. Saying that, I don't know what our next pre-season game is. Obviously, the USA tour has been cancelled now, so it's either I think it's Chelsea or Tottenham is our next game. I think it's Chelsea first, then Tottenham. So it'll be interesting to see if the new set piece coach will be bedded in early doors, and we'll be able to see any differences then. Let's go to some comments. Stan Kroenke, he's in the comments. Big up you, big up Cecil G. Thank you very much. What is going on with Arsenal and Hossim Awar, says Fudge Stick. That's a sick name. So what's going on with Hossim Awar? I don't actually 100% know right now. I know Robbie's been in transfer daily. I still believe we're going to get Maddison. Am I being optimistic? I really want him to come in. I still believe it. We're going to get to the main topic of the day, which is more to come or window done. We'll get to that towards the end of the show. But I generally believe we can get Maddison towards the end of this window. I believe next week. David says Cecil looks like Gabrielle. Big up Cecil G. Thank you. Thank you for the love. Marta says, big up Cecil, keep up the good work, mate. Ignore the banter. Listen, we're all here for banter. The comments are undefeated. We're going to do some interactive stuff in a second. I'll have some photos pop up soon. So make sure you guys are getting involved. Here we go. Harsh Bade says, Cecil was hosting a show today with John Cena. AFTV making moves. Who's John Cena? Who's John Cena? Where's John Cena? Oh, you can't see me. Oh my God. Oh, that was sick. That was sick. You can't see. Hey, who said that? That Harsh Bade. Big up you. Right, let's get into this. Next bit of news. It's a news show. Let me get into this. Got to take it seriously. Sometimes I was here for a good laugh, but people want to hear the news. Next piece of news. Oh, Emile Smith-Rowe, the backlash from the Villa supporters. Now, I could speak about this for ages. Okay, let's start with number one first. Okay, so the news of today. Aston Villa fans brutally mock Arsenal after Emile Smith-Rowe deal confirmed. So Emile Smith-Rowe has ended the speculation over his future by signing a new deal with Arsenal after Aston Villa had 2 bids rejected for the playmaker. This is on Birmingham Live, article from Birmingham Live today. There was reports of abuse, and I'm going to get into the abuse that was said because they've actually quoted it from Twitter, which is great. So we're going to go into this right now. Where are we? Let me find this. Here we go. So it says, I'm just going to do the first names. Connor tweeted saying, I guess he doesn't want to play for a winner this year. That's what he said. And then Longclaw says, let's allow #AFC to develop Smith-Rowe for another season and look to snap him up next summer if needed. We couldn't guarantee him first team football at Aston Villa FC like Arsenal can anyway. Jack tweeted, just a B-Tech, Emi Buendia, bottle joining a big club. Boy. Alex said, Arsenal's highlight of their transfer window is fighting off Villa to keep Emile Smith-Rowe, and you're telling me they haven't fallen off. But, do you know what I mean? Some of these comments, AVFC Faithful, says, dodged a bit of a bullet missing out on Emile Smith-Rowe, especially now being linked with players like Leon Bailey is another gear ahead. So, for me, it hurts me a bit because obviously Emile Smith-Rowe is homegrown talent, and it hurts me because I know I wouldn't act like that. Like, you know, when Dia went to Aston Villa, I wasn't tweeting saying, oh, well, he went to the worst club or whatever. I expect none of us fans as well to do that, please. If we miss out on Maddison by the end of this window, please don't take to Twitter and start abusing him for not coming. Please, I know I don't expect our fan base to be like that at all anyway, but I'm just so shocked that Aston Villa supporters were so rude at Smith-Rowe wanting to stay at Arsenal. But anyway, hopefully he just scores a couple goals or gets assists against them when we play them in our next fixture. So we've got CK Deals 05 says, Sess, you're a legend. Big up you, bro. Thank you for the love for the love, especially in times where the world can be so negative, for real. Jaden says, let's go. Cecil in the cut, just tuning in from winning his so-called ultimate quiz, which was so easy over on Instagram. Hopefully tonight's News Daily will be a good one. It's going to be full of bants, full of topics, full of conversation. Thank you, Jaden. Yes, you did win, and congratulations. But guys, make sure you go check that out on AFTV's Instagram because you didn't get the Emmanuel question after that. So let's not be too confident. We're going to move on to the third kit, thoughts. Now I'm going to head over to the comments for this. We're going to do the third kit thoughts. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It should be popping up on your screen right now. It's the third kit that's been released. It's quite old news. You might have seen it before, but I want to get your thoughts on it. Here it is here on your screen. For me, do you know what? I'm not angry at it. I don't like the Adidas logo, but that's not nothing against Adidas. I just don't know why it's in red. The red 3 stripes and then Adidas underneath. I would have liked just to had the white 3 Adidas strips and Adidas writing in white. Can we now pop up the second image of the old school kits, which I believe they tried to replicate for this third kit? Should be coming up on your screen right now. So, these are the old kits that I believe they've got inspiration from. I think it's the 1997 or 1996 jersey. There's 2 different ones there. I love those old kits. James has one of those. I believe Turkish has one as well. So big up them. They are classics. And I believe that's what they went off for their inspiration. Obviously, they're 2 different brands. But I believe if we do well this season in that kit, then it'll be a successful kit and be one that we can hold on to and it'll be vintage and whatnot. And I'll probably end up getting it and I'll probably love it even more. I'm seeing some comments here. What do we rate the kit, guys, the third kit? Ben says the third kit is fire. Mad says 6 out of 10. Lawrence says 4 out of 10. Harvey says don't like it. Yeah. Woody says too messy. Josh, what do you think?
Looks like a bus seat, fam.
Josh in behind one of the editors said it looks like a bus seat. Paul Smith says 10. PG says 3 out of 10. It's a mixed bag. Oh, someone said bus seat as well. Sorry, yeah, raw. I didn't really get the reference, to be honest. Yeah, so yes, I'm a
rich man driving, yeah?
No, not me. Not me. That's not me, Josh. Not me. I get the bus. Hugh says 8 out of 10. Okay, people are liking the kit. It's a mixed bag. It is a mixed bag. For me, I'm gonna give it out of 10. I mean, I try to do the nostalgia effect as well, and I keep saying, like, I want the Arsenal kits to go back to the olden day ones. Like, I don't know if I can do this here. I really want the Arsenal on the back of this bit. Sorry, I'm not just showing you my behind, but you know they had that back in the day. They had it on the flap. I really like that, and I want to see that in the new kits. But for this one, they haven't got that, but they have got the zigzags or the lightning bolt they call it. So I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna say a 7 out of 10. If I'm honest, is it my favourite out of the 3 kits so far? No, I like the away kit. It's my second. I don't like the home kit, if I'm completely honest. I don't really like the home kit, but it's my second choice. The first choice out of the 3 kits is the away kit. Let me know in the comments as well. What is your favourite kit? The away kit, the third kit, or the home kit? And do it in order. We'll read some comments out. Green Thumb says, do you think we'll sign anyone else? On bracket, I don't. Now, we'll get to that towards the end of the show. I believe we will sign more players. I'm confident. Pay rise to the staff. We're being told that there's still money to be spent. We're going to have this war chest. It's still coming. We will get to it towards the end of the show. We have some reports on that, so please bear with me. But yeah, no, I do believe we're going to spend. I think James Maddison's not completely out the window. I really believe he could still step through the doors at Arsenal. So I want to be patient. I want to be positive. I want to speak it into existence. I'm tired of just being like everyone that comes in, yeah, great, but we want more. Yeah, great, we want more. Yes, we do want more. But we have to be happy with what we've got. But I still expect maybe one or two more signings. We need it. Otherwise, we're going to end up in the same position that we have in the past 2 seasons, in my opinion. Right, we've gone off topic. Let's go to the next set of news for you. We have money boost for Gunners, right? So this article came out this morning. And it says Arsenal are reportedly set to receive 250,000 from PSV. The Dutch striker, his name's going to be difficult to pronounce, Donyell Malin is close to joining Borussia Dortmund in a 25 million deal. And according to Football London, the Gunners will receive 250k off that fee. Malin has spent 2 years in the Gunners Academy before linking up with PSV in 2017. So we're getting a payout. I like that. 250k. I mean, that doesn't really go. It could go on a signer's wages, but it doesn't really go on the initial fee, in my opinion. That should hopefully get spread out throughout the club. I guess in the pay rise as well that they're giving to the staff. I guess it goes towards that. And yeah, I guess some of the wages to cover. At least the Cronkies, as much as we want to just cut their funds and get them out, they're still making money off old players or academy players making big deals. So big up to them. 250k, that counts as something. It equates to something. So that's good. We're going to now quickly move on to... I did speak about Emile Smith-Rowe, but I kind of skipped forward. But I have some more things to talk about Emile Smith-Rowe. But before I get into that, let me just take some comments as well. Joey says, big up the guy in the back. I don't know who that is. Ruben says, that's 1 week of Willian's wages. That is the truth and the most painful thing. Thanks for that comment. That's actually... hurt me a little bit. Obviously, Kieran says, oh boy, 250,000. It's mad because to me, that sounds like a lot of money, but I guess in football and in football terms, it's really not. Oliver H with Super Chat says, Cecil, how much would you rate Sancho signing out of 10? I was going to touch on this. I know it's not Arsenal related, but I wanted to talk about his fee of, I think it was 72 million or touching 75. We signed Pepe for the same sort of fee. How do I rate it out of 10? I mean, I'm not a Man United fan, so I'm not going to rate it too highly. But obviously, the video came out today. They're doing a big promotional thing for him. He's got the Son of Sauce, what they're playing on and whatnot. So, and that home video. Listen, for me, I think it's a 5. And that's just average for me. Because if I'm honest, I don't really care about Jadon Sancho. I think he's going to be a flop. Remember I said that. Personally, I think he's going to be a flop. I think he's not going to live up to... The hype. I really don't think he's going to live up to the hype. But listen, good luck to him. But in my opinion, I think it's a 5. I rate it. We've got some more super chats. Mahesh says, hey Cecil, love you. Big up, man. One problem of social media is only the bad posts get highlighted. Facts, Mahesh. Facts. Sorry, just recently there's been a lot of negativity on social media and it's a toxic place and I try and stay away from it as much as possible. It has been quite negative. Yes, there's a lot of love as well. Big up Mahesh. Big up you guys that are sending love through as well. I always take time to read out your comments and your thoughts. But you're right. It does highlight quite a lot of negativity. You're also promoting the nonsense from Villa fans and in return getting upset. New kit, just like last season, average 4. I was just promoting, obviously, the Villa response to Emile Smith-Rowe not signing for them to say, like, I hope we don't follow suit and do that, because they made a story out of it saying, look at the fans' response to from Villa to Emile Smith-Rowe not signing for them. And I think it's just tragic. Like, I wouldn't do that. I don't know if you guys would. Like I said, if Maddison doesn't sign, please don't head to Twitter and start grilling him. And then he said the new kit is a 4 out of 10. Interesting. Okay, cool. Let's move on to what I was going to speak about earlier. So Emile Smith-Rowe, right? He asked for the number 10 shirt. I find that quite interesting today. I read a story today. I'm going to read out what I got this article from, this bit of news. So Emile, asked for the number 10 shirt. So that shows you the ambition and desire. I prefer players who ask for more than maybe they can take. But if they believe they can do it, then don't put a limit on it. When he asked me and asked the club that he would like to get the number, I said, okay, let's go. We talked a little bit, we discussed it, and he knows the consequences of that, but he feels prepared to do it. If he is prepared to do it, then I'm going to be right behind him to try and make him as comfortable and as happy. Those words are from Mikel Arteta. Interesting. Players that I've been around have never been the players to be like, I want that shirt. I believe I can rep this shirt. I believe I'm good enough to have that shirt. So I'm intrigued to know that Emile Smith-Rowe went to Arteta and said, listen, I want that number. And fair play. He's a confident player. He's great. And I really believe that he will have a great season this summer. And I was speaking with some fans before coming in today and was comparing him to Saka. And in the sense of that, Saka had a bit more time to develop and be the player that he is today. I think he said had about 2 full seasons, really strong seasons. And then I was speaking about Emile Smith-Rowe. Obviously, he's been very injury prone. He only come into the light really on Boxing Day last season. So yeah, and since he's been in, he's definitely improved the team and he has a high ceiling. To me, I still think Saka has a higher ceiling, but that does not discredit Emile Smith-Rowe. I love Emile Smith-Rowe and I think he's going to be a very key player for us next season. But fair play to him, big him up for the confidence of walking into the office and saying, I want the 10 shirt. That's very ballsy. And it also shows that how much he believes in his own ability. So yeah, big up him. Let me take some comments. I see Rocco as well, saying 2,500 in here, 313 likes. Let's hit the like button. People, hit the like button. 2,500 people in here. Come on, let's get it up. Yathara Sharma says Sancho flop. I believe he will be as well. It's a long-term investment. So we have some Man United fans in here as well. Big up you guys. All Jacob Helgeson says, big up Cecil. Hope you're well. If you only could get 3 players after Ben White comes in, who would you pick? Come on, you Gunners. After Ben White, I don't know exactly. I know I want Basuma. I wanted Maddison. And we need a right back. I don't know exactly who that right back is right now, but we need a right back. So I want Basuma. I still want Maddison. I think midfield is still the most important position that we need to fill. Yes, we've kind of added to it, but we need some serious strength in it. We need big signings. And I generally believe next week we're going to see a lot of people walk through the doors at Arsenal. We're going to move on to, quickly, I need Josh in production. Can you please pop up the photo of Aubameyang and Stormzy. I just want to get you guys' thoughts. This is your interaction time. I want to know what... People may kill me for this, right? But I want to know, what would their song be? In the comments, this is your time. Go wild. What would their song be? Yeah? What would their song be? I love Stormzy. I'm a big fan. I need you to reply to Chipmunk, though. I didn't say that here, but yeah, I need you to reply to him. But what would their song be? Aubameyang and Stormzy. If you made a track, what would the song be? Let me hear in the comments. I was want to you guys are always top tiering it, so I want to hear what's going on. Jay O'Neill says, big up Cecil representing my home country. Enough love from Jamaica. Yes, big up. One love every time. Yes, Stormzy is a United fan, but they're together. They're photo together. They're having their summer off. So yeah, let them be, man. Lightning and thunder. Some of the comments are a bit rude. So MM says, big forehead swag. Yeah, is Arsenal now just miss? No. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Wicked swag man. Top tier. That's the one. Panette, Mitra. Wicked swag man. Bro, you win. Wicked swag man. I'm taking that. Because obviously Wicked skeng man. Big up. Major Brick says song called Tap-ins. Come on, you Gunners. No, I'm a fan of that. Wicked swag, man. Oliver H says, why are you all so salty about Sancho? We will have him, and you can stay with Pepe, Willian and Aubameyang, who can't score if they were alone in front of goal. All right, Oliver. Clearly not an Arsenal fan. All right, bro. Get out of here, man. Let me move on to my last kind of bit of news while we're here. Actually, I have some questions. Oh, no, window not over. Apologies, forgive me. We're going to move on to window not over. Arsenal's business is not over. This is from Sky Sports. Here we go. Sky Sports reported that Darmesh Chef, thank you. Cheers, James B in the back. Has insisted Arsenal's transfer business is not over. James just said, see you later, Monroe. Bye, James B. Have a great time, whatever you're doing tonight. Let me start that again. Sky Sports reported Damesh Chef says, insisted Arsenal's transfer business is not over for this window. The Gunners have already signed Nuno Tavares and Alberto Sambi Lokonga, with a couple of other deals in the pipeline. Chef said on Sky Sports News they've backed Mikel Arteta in the transfer market so far in this transfer window. In have come Nuno Tavares from Benfica and Albert Sambi Lokonga has signed from Anderlecht. Ben White for 50 million is incoming. He's due to take his medical next week. So I think they have backed him, and it's not over as far as this transfer window is concerned. I think Arsenal will prove to be one of the busiest, if not the busiest club this transfer window. So, the title of the show today, yeah? More to come or window done? I'm going off this. Obviously, I don't really know this guy too much. I'm going to bring him up. Darmesh, he is, I took a screenshot of his Twitter. He's a Sky Sports News reporter and presenter and Transfer Talk podcast. Big him up, fair play. And do you know what? I'm not just taking heed of his article and saying there's going to be more to come, but I genuinely believe there's more to come. I think the Kroenkes are on the ropes. I think they need to try and win over the fan base. Whatever they do, I still believe they won't win over the fan base. But the best thing they can do to see this club move forward and give it some success, which we know in the past they haven't cared about, but they don't want the pressure to be on them from the get-go. I think there's going to be more to come. I think there's still going to be players coming through this window. Have faith. I'm very positive and I believe that it's going to happen. We have some super chats coming in. Guys, thoughts on that as well? There's a lot of comments coming in. Let's get into this. People are saying don't hold your breath. Bubby Juice says, comparing between number 10 and number 11 shirts in Arsenal is like comparing between Julia Ann and Lisa Ann. Just fill the hole in the middle, lads. Yeah, listen, the shirt number to me is not a big deal. I think like I said this before, I think it's more a generational thing, because I know how important it is to be a 10 dog or the number 10 or creative midfielder. They love wearing a 10 shirt. I said it before, like when I play on the weekends and stuff, people run for the 10 top. It has a sort of level of status and I don't know, a level of weight to it. So fair play. But to me, I'm not really fussed. As long as your performances are good, I don't care what number you wear. Do you know what I mean? Thierry wore 14. No one knew about 14 being a big number until he wore it. So to me, I don't really care. I really don't care. Just play well. Make the number important again. Let me just see these comments quickly. I'm going to quickly go through. There's quite a few here. Matthias says, this is a bit random, but a random one, but would you take Origi as a backup striker? That's not a random one, you know. That's not a random one. I want a striker. I'm going to be deeply honest. I'm worried about our attacking force next season. I've been criticised for it. People say, what do you mean you're worried? We've got Aubameyang, we've got Lacazette, we've got Eddie Nketiah, Martinelli to return, and Balogun. Did I say that as well? And Balogun. 5. We've got loads of force in that attacking options. But what I've seen, right, from me, what I've seen so far in pre-season, and I'm going off what I've seen so far and last season, I'm not confident in our goal threat going forward. I really am not. And last season, Arteta worked on the defence, made it very strong. But I said this before, we ended up in 8th position. Okay? Yes, we've now benefited by getting Ben White and worked on strengthening the defence. But now let's look forward. The midfield, we need striking options, especially if Lacazette may go. He's been given the green light if he gets sold. If a fee comes in, that he's likely will be sold. So if that happens, we're going to need a striker, in my opinion. If Aubameyang's not firing next season, you tell me the answer. What happens? If he's not firing next season, what happens? We rely on Martinelli. I think that's the only scope right now. From what I've seen of Balogun, I'm a big advocate for Balogun, but he hasn't been very sharp so far in pre-season. And don't give me, it's only pre-season. I don't want to hear that. I really don't want to hear that. Wayne Sage says, Arsenal fans are so fickle. You want Arsenal to buy a whole new team of 11 players, but want them to be done in the first week of the window. Relax. Obviously, it was a broad statement. He said Arsenal fans. He didn't direct that to me. But I do take a bit of offence to that. I feel a bit attacked because you're right. At the start of the window, I wanted us to make signings fast. I think Aston Villa went about getting Buendia before the window even opened. And I wanted to see that from Arsenal, considering we're in such a... we're not in the best place. We finished 8th 2 seasons in a row. I think we're the club that are expected to be higher and probably failing the most. So I expect us to do business really early on. However, business is getting done, and I still have faith many signings are going to come through the door towards the end of the window. But then if that happens, I don't want to hear this excuse in press conferences saying we need more time with the players that have just come through the door. You can't judge them this quickly. I don't want to hear that. That's my argument, Wayne. I don't know if you agree or disagree. I'm spending a lot of time on this topic, but this is the main headline, to be fair. Are we done? More to come or window done? Please let me know in the comments. We're going to ask you some questions as well in a second. 27th, 2001. This is a super chat from Aussie F. I think it means the 27th of the 12th. The other way around in England. But yeah, the 27th of the 12th. So December the 27th, 2021. Don't forget the date. I promise Arteta is gone by that date. Strap in. This season will be another bumpy ride. Hey, Oz F, how are you marking the date of his potential sacking? You can't do that, man. That's disrespect. Do I think by Christmas he's gonna be gone? I think it'll be very interesting if they get rid of Arteta this season, especially when, I know this doesn't massively matter, but they're filming a documentary All or Nothing. We're going to see a lot of behind the scenes stuff, and I think the sacking of a manager reflects badly on the club. So I don't know if they are really going to sack him. I actually thought he would have been gone before this season, after how abysmal last season ended, but he's still here, and I feel like if the Cronkies are still here, Arteta will remain, because I believe Arteta is a yes man currently. Right, I've got some questions. We are. This is quite a long show, but I've got some questions for you. I want you guys to answer this, because I want to break this down in a sense of what sort of fan are you currently? Let me just get these questions up. Here we go. Right, we've had a lot of opinions on the pre-season and the transfer window so far. So I want to get you guys' thoughts and feelings, and we're going to kind of flesh this out. How have you rated Arsenal's window so far? Give me your numbers. We'll try and get an average. Let's start with that. I want to get you guys involved. This is what it's about. Let me know. How have you rated the window so far? While they come in, I'm going to quickly do a super chat from Mahesh R. Says, when Arsenal are playing with one up front, what is the use of buying a striker and keeping him as a backup to Aubameyang, Martinelli, Balogun? He's saying keeping them as backups when we have Oba, Martinelli, and Balogun. They are good backups, is what they're saying there. Okay, fair. No, you're right. You are right. They are good backups, but I think we still need a striker, because if Aubameyang's not firing, I'm worried to leave it down to Martinelli and Balogun, if I'm completely honest. And especially if we can get on loan like a Tammy Abraham, I wouldn't be angry at that. I really wouldn't be angry at that. Honestly. I remember when Aguero was up for sale, and people were arguing with me, saying, would you want Aguero? I said, yeah. They're like, why? He's finished. Where I was like, Aguero? I'll take Aguero all day. Right, let's go to these. Remember, I asked you the question. How have you rated the window so far? Here we go. So we got some numbers in. Boy, there's loads. Big up everyone in the comments. Hit the like. Get involved. This is where it's at. So we've got very average. 4, 2, 4, 6, 5, 7, 7, 5, 5, 3, 5, 2, 8, 5, 3, 5, 4, 2, 5. A good 7 out of 10. 3, 6. Okay. I don't know how I feel about this one. Guys, so you're telling me, people are saying 7 and 8. The window's so far. You know, we've only signed Lokonga. We signed Lokonga, Ben White is on his way. I'm going to count Ben White as well. I'm going to count Ben White in that as well. And Tavares. And people are saying 7, 8. Okay. Okay. This is your opinions. We got some 4s. We got some... Someone said -5. 4.5 at best. 3. This is not how you expect the window is going to end. So far, what are you giving? What are you giving the window so far? Okay. 4. I think, okay, the general consensus is what I've seen so far. We're going to get an average here. I've said so far. Yeah, so far. I've said so far. Exactly. So I repeated myself loads then. 5, 4, 4, 3, 0, 4, 3, 3, 2, 4. Okay. So the average right now, because the sevens are kind of boosting up. I'm seeing a lot of 3s and I'm seeing some 4s. I'm going to go with an average of 5. 5. We'll go with 5. 5. I think that's fair. We agree? 5. With White. And I think Ben White is the main factor to that. The window's been, right now, so far, a 5. And that's due to Ben White, in my opinion. That's no offense to the other 2 signings, because it's still a positive that you come through the door. But yeah, we're going to give it a 5. I don't think that's negative either. I think that's quite a good number, and it gives you scope to then go forward and get more signings and push it to a 7, 8. I want this window to end at a number 8. So people saying 8, boy, I guess everyone has their opinions. Saket says, bro, why are you judging something that's not over yet? Roll my eyes. Bro, what do you want me to do? I'm asking you so far, what do you judge it? What do you want me to do, bro? Come on, that's what I'm asking you so far. This doesn't mean, because it's not ended, doesn't mean I'm not going to ask you how you're feeling so far. We can only judge of what's going on from today. I can't predict the future. Yeah, right, let's move on to my next question. Okay, how have you rated Arsenal's pre-season? Okay, not the transfer window. We're talking about the pre-season games. So what you've seen, you can talk about everything in here. What do you rate it? Give me a number. That's the 2 games. So obviously, I'm not going to say Hibs and Rangers. What do you rate that so far? So the pre-season games, what do you rate it? I just want to gauge our fan base right now. Yeah, I want to gauge it and just see what numbers we get, and then we can kind of see where we stand. Right? Wayne Sage says he's come with another super chat. So far, it's a 7. I think he's talking about the window at the moment. He's talking in this super chat here. We need a ball playing centre back after Louise left. That's Ben White. Ben White incoming. Yeah, okay, cool. Thank you. Needed a backup for Tierney. Tavares in. Yep, fair. A replacement for Guendouzi and or Torreira. Lokonga in. Positions we need being filled. Do you think they're the position? Do you think they're going to be all starters next season? Do let me know that. Don't use my joke because it was trash. But yeah, let me know if they're going to be all starters next season. The backup for Tierney is obviously evident because he's going to be a backup for Tierney. But do you think it's really only Lokonga? Do you think he's going to be a starter next season? Because I think we need more strength in that midfield. I'm happy with Lokonga, but we definitely need a bit more strength in there. Let's get back to the numbers. So, how have you rated the pre-season so far? Our pre-season has been horrible. Rowan says 2 out of 10. Repeat says 1. Football Champ says 1.3. Robbie Wald says 0.5 low. Adonai says 3. Joel says 1. Guevara says 4. Francis says 0. Joseph A says 1. Nikili says 2.1. Kay says 2. Love Michael says 0. Edward Lamptey says 10 out of 10. Lewis says at least you do is unlike the Kroenkes. Free at least you do this unlike the Kroenkes. 1.5. 1. Okay, cool. So let's do an average. We're gonna do an average now. So I'm seeing 1s, 2s, -5s, 0s, 0.1s. All right, cool. Turkish is in the building. Oh, go on, Turkish. Come on, 2. He says 2. I wanted Turkish in this. Turkish, please make sure, and everyone watching, understand what I'm doing here. Because again, like there's a lot of people talking about, well, we've been speaking about the club because this is what we have to do on the news show. This is what it's about. We're giving you the news and we're also giving you our opinions. So there's been times where it's been like, oh, it's been quite negative. But I'm now giving you the chance as a fan base to rate the pre-season and the windows. And you, by the numbers, we'll be able to gauge, is it a positive so far? Okay, so that's what we're kind of doing right now. So I'm going to go for the pre-season overall rated so far. I'm going to go with the average number from what I've seen today, Rocky says 3.5. Let's go with, do you know what? For me, personally, we haven't won a game yet. It shouldn't be any higher than a 0. But because of the numbers, we're going to go average. We're going to give it a 1.5. Because there's a lot of 3s in here. I'm seeing a lot of 3s. Seeing a lot of 2s as well. And then there's a lot of 0s and 0.5s, and there was minus 5s. So we're going to give it a 1.5. I think that's fair. So 1.5 so far in pre-season is the score. Okay? Right, next question. Last question. This is going to give us a full little... I'm liking this. I'm enjoying this. Big up everyone in the comments. Big up everyone watching. Bit more interactive than that. Here we go. Last question. Where do you expect Arsenal to finish this season off the back of what you have learned so far? Okay? So be honest. Don't get in your Arsenal hat and your merch and your scarves and you're sitting in your room and go back to the days where we were absolutely great. Go from what you've seen so far in pre-season, the window currently, and what you've seen up to this day. Where do you think Arsenal will finish? And be honest with me, okay? I'll give you my opinion after, but let's start with you guys. Let's go. Okay, here we go. Starting from the top. 8th, 6th, 8th, 7th, 9th, 6th, 7th, 7th, 8th, 7th, 6th, 7th, 20th, 5th. Pains me to say, but 9th, says Matthew, 7th, 5th, 7th, 8th, 6th, bottom 10, 12th if we're lucky, 6th, 7th. Right, this is okay. This is good. This is honest, and this is truthful. I'm enjoying this. I really am. Sorry guys, I'm not giving much direct contact. I'm trying to read the comments at the same time. Forgive me. Thank you everyone as well for being honest and being in the comments. I'm loving this News Daily show today. Okay, cool. So, I'm going to do an overall average. I haven't seen no... Love Michael says I'm being honest, and it's 8th. 5th, 12th, 7th, 10th. L'Oreal. Josh, get out of the comments. 5th, 6th, 8th, 9th or 10th. We're mid-table, 4th honest. Okay, cool. Let's stop. We're going to do an average. Right, here we go. So... average now. So I've seen a lot of... oh, I've got a super chat. I've seen a lot of 10ths, 7ths and 8ths are definitely prominent. They're the highest. There's been some ones that are a bit lower the scale. 12th, bottom of the table. They're the kind of jokey ones. Can't take them too serious. But 7th and 8th, people are being honest here, which I really respect and I'm happy to see. I'm seeing a lot of 10ths, 7ths and 8ths. So an average. It would be 9th. But I'm gonna give my honest opinion as well and my honest thoughts. So 2 years in a row we finished 8th. We've worked on the defence last season. We've worked on the defence by bringing in Ben White this season. We've currently only made 3 signings. We've lost 2 pre-season games so far with missed chances, which for me was quite worrying. Clear-cut chances being missed. My score, where I believe we're going to finish next season, and this is me actually being optimistic with my Arsenal hat on and me in my Arsenal room and the posters around me. Right now, 7th. That's where I believe, 7th. Right now. Now, do not get at me. That does not mean it cannot be turned around and that league position can be pushed to 4th, 6th, 5th. Don't get at me. There's still not long left of the window. There's still a couple of weeks left of the window. And if we make signings, then I can start feeling more positive and start having more encouragement to the team and believe that we can go further up the table. But right now, from what I've seen and learned in this pre-season, we're looking at 7th, okay? The average from you guys will be... Everyone's changing their scores now. The average from you guys, I'm going to go with... Let's go with 8th. Let's go with 8th. So with the average of what I've seen, 'cause I've seen a lot of 8ths, I saw a lot of 7ths. It probably would have been 9th, but I'm going to say 8th. I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. That is it for the questions on News Daily. That is it for the sum up. So we're going to do it quickly. We're going to run back through what we spoke about today. Okay. So we spoke about how have you rated the window so far. The number there was 5. We rated 5. Ben White being being the catalyst there. So 5, good score. I think 5 is good enough. It can be potentially go higher. We still got a couple weeks left. How have you rated pre-season so far? 1.5. Yeah, we rated that at average of 1.5. This is you guys comments, you know. It's not just me. This is you guys. So don't get at me. And where do you expect us to finish this season off the back of what you've learned so far? And we have come up with a staggering 8th. So the same position as we finished in the past 2 seasons. But that is of what we've seen so far. Okay, that's the big factor here. Things can change. That is it for those questions. Thank you for joining in with me on that. That is it. 8th. How do I feel about that, actually? Let me just go about how I feel about that. Right, I said 7th. I actually think 7th with the incomings that we've had, and just being a bit optimistic. I think we could push. I think we'll improve from last season, just not massively yet, but that can still all change. I got a super chat here from Mahesh. R says, "I'm sure you have seen the movie Johnny English. Great film. Arteta." Man's about to compare him to Johnny English. Arteta is the Johnny English of Arsenal. A lot of comedy coming our way next season and pre-season. I don't care. We will end up somewhere in the top 7. Okay. So the reason why I've done that is because, again, I spoke about it before. It's been a bit mad so far in pre-season and what we've conducted and what's been seen. So I wanted to show you what we have to see, have to decipher through, and give you a show about. It hasn't been amazing. It hasn't been the heights I want to speak about Arsenal. I want to be speaking about massive signings. I know the Partey video was a bit of a joke last year when Robbie and Doneo and they did the dance and all that. But I want to be doing things like that. I want to be having big signings and doing videos and having a laugh and being excited to see these players. So it currently hasn't been that so far. I want to be having pre-season games and smashing teams and being confident and seeing young players come through and shining and being like, wow, I can't wait to see you when the season starts. But so far, it hasn't been that, unfortunately. But as always, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to smile. It's going to be positive, and we're going to have hopefully, good start to the season. I'm coming towards the end of this show. My battery is also down on my laptop. I just want to make sure I haven't missed out anything, because there's a lot of news and content that we had in this show. I'm going to quickly rush through what was spoken about, so people that are tuning in late can re-watch what was said. So we spoke about today Arsenal staff being given a pay rise. Big up to them. New set piece coach at Arsenal has been appointed. Great. It's great news for us. Emile Smith-Rowe backlash from the Villa supporters for not signing for them. We spoke about third kit, your thoughts on that. And then money boost for the Gunners. And then lastly, we kind of wrapped it up with your thoughts of how pre-season's been so far in a nutshell. And on top of that, more to come or window done. So I had to think about that before I ended. Right, we've got one super chat before we go. Please hit the like button, guys. Please hit the like button. The numbers are starting to rise now, but we are slowly coming towards the end of the show. Super chat here from Nick Gorlet says, realise that the DMCM talks have slowed down since Sambi actually got into training. Maybe he's impressed Mikel, maybe better than he originally believed. Yes. I hear that. The Basuma talks being very quiet. Like Turkey said yesterday, I believe we were the source of that. We're the reason why that there was so much talk about it, because the fans wanted him so much. Awar has gone quite quiet of recent days. So yeah, that's very true. That is very true. It has gone kind of quiet. I think Maddison hasn't gone quiet though. So I do disagree a little bit there, Nick, because I think the Maddison stuff is every day. If you type in Maddison and you click on news, you'll see that every article every day is a link to he still wants to come, he's still considering signing, he still wants to play he wants to leave Leicester, he would like to play for Arsenal. So that's one of the things I think you might be wrong in, that that news is still about. Okay, so hopefully he does come, and like I said, I still believe he will come. I believe there is more to come. I don't believe the window is done, and for me, that is it. I can't wait for more signs to come through the door. I'll welcome you all with open arms. This is me saying, please come and sign for Arsenal. Thank you for watching tonight's daily news show with me by myself. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's been a lot more interactive. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for the love as well. I really do appreciate it. Please hit the like as well. Please hit the like button. We're on 600 currently. Thank you all. Have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. I'll speak to you again soon. Peace.